The building itself was built in 1940, the main sanctuary. It was designed by Alden B. Alden B. studied under Frank Lloyd Wright. There's a lot of the mid-century modern influence in Midland. This was his first church. We have felt like our job here, of course, is to make disciples of Jesus Christ, to evangelize, but we also want to be a steward of the building and of the property that's here, in the history that's here.
Last year, the visibility of the spring offering, it was suggested that, maybe we could apply to that.
When we first looked at the property, the weeds were about 3 feet tall coming up. Brush and shrubs had started to grow through the asphalt. So we've cleaned all that. From a cosmetic perspective, it doesn't look very nice. From a safety perspective, it isn't really that great.
When I became treasurer, there was a designation for striping, sealing the parking lot. In the following year, when we did get the bids for it, talking with some of the contractors, they felt like if we were to seal and stripe the lot, that we'd be spending good money for something that was not going to serve our purpose very well. It was really past its life, and the contractors indicated as much. In fact, we had one contractor who wouldn't even bid the sealing and striping for us. I really believe the parking lot is an important part of the church, that it'll bless our congregation and our community. As a member of the building committee, we're responsible to keep the parking lot safe for our members. Presently, it's a difficult challenge to do.
It says something about the church. Is the property maintained? Do the people even care about such things? We have a fair number of visitors who will use the parking lot for different things. Parents will come with their kids riding bikes or scooters or other things, or rollerblading and that sort of thing. So we'd love to see more of that for the neighborhood, but for ourselves too. One of the blessings of the spring offering is just how it expresses the connectivity or connectionalism of our form of government and our churches. It's really about bearing one another's burdens. And so we were grateful to help last year with Community Presbytery in Kalamazoo, and hopefully others will be willing to help us this year with this burden.
I was interning at Grace Fellowship OPC in Zeeland, Michigan, and talking with Pastor Mike Scout there about just my future in this area and my heart and desire for ministry. And we talked lots about church planting, and Pastor Mike ended up connecting me with Pastor Steve Igo at Cedar OPC here in Jenison, saying he'd be a great mentor, someone to help lead and guide this desire to church plant. And Steve and I really connected. We were really kindred spirits, and he was the one that first suggested to me the thought of us planting in the heart of the city, in Uptown Grand Rapids. And when my wife Julie and I heard that area, that idea really resonated in our hearts. It's an area with lots of young people, a lot of students. It's an area that's known as being very progressive or liberal, people deconstructing their faith. And so Steve and I brought this idea to the elders at Cedar Church. They were supportive and encouraging. We brought it to the congregation. And each step getting a little bit closer to this thought of planting what would be Ascension Church in the heart of Uptown Grand Rapids. The funds of this offering will be used to really help support all the ministries of the church, from the church planter to renting space in the city, which can sometimes be a little bit more expensive. We want to prioritize actually being in the heart of the city, where people are walking by, seeing worship take place. The Cedar elders also thought it was very important for the church planter himself and his family to live right in the heart of the city, and they really want to support that as well. Church planting is inherently a faith-based endeavor. You see a destination, a vision of a worshiping community of faith, and you're trusting the Lord to open the way to get there, to open the paths, to make level the way before this new worshiping community. And it takes faith. There's almost a sense of, as we step out, perhaps God will move. And it's a step of faith. It's charting a new path, it's blazing a new trail, and it's something exciting to say, come along and see what the Lord will do. Come along and see what doorways He will open up for us, whether He will make an oasis in the desert and a new place for His people.
I think redoing our parking lot is kind of like a welcome mat for people coming onto the property, whether they're visiting us or coming for a special program or something else. But it also gives us an opportunity to reach out to people too and say, hey, we've got a nice church here, a nice church family. You see our parking lot. Have you seen our building? Would you like to be a part of this? Would you like to be a part of that? So all of that, I think, wraps together in being open to our neighbors and those around us and inviting them here.
We want to invite the whole Presbytery to partner with us, not just one local church bearing the load, but as Cedar Church has invested the seeds, we're saying, come join us. Come be part of where we have already invested, where we are already seeing the Lord work in this new community of faith. And we want you to have the opportunity to be a part of it, to sow into the Lord's work that you might be able to reap 10-fold, 100-fold, 500-fold, according to the Lord's will and His time and His ways.
It's just really a huge blessing to us that we would get the support from the other churches in our presbytery to help us fulfill this need.